Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ty coming to you guys with a brand new video here on the channel. Welcome back. Today we are going to be beginning episode 1 of Road to $100 million in GTA 5 online, completely legal. Now, I'm not sure how long this is going to take me, but hopefully I complete this challenge before GTA 6. And it all starts with making a brand new character. So I created a brand new character, a law-abiding citizen right here. He's all dressed up. He's level 1. Now we just got to give him a name. I went with the name Nerdicus Don. That seems legitimate. Now we're going to send him into the GTA 5 online realm, and we're going to see if we can make $100 million completely legally. Now, all that means is that no crime is going to be committed. There's going to be no selling drugs. There's going to be none of that. We're going to be beginning episode 1. If you guys want to see more of these videos, leave a like, subscribe, turn on those post notifications. Make sure you guys join the link in the description. That's my Discord. Stay up to date with everything. I'm also going to be streaming this journey as well. Obviously, I'm not going to be able to put this in a bunch of videos. They'll probably just be streams put into videos. So if you guys want to stay up to date with the streams, the Twitch will be down in the description down below as well. And I'll also be streaming it here on YouTube. But let's go ahead and jump into GTA 5 online and see what kind of jobs we can get. All right, so for the sake of my sanity, I did go ahead and go into a closed friend session. That way I don't have the mentals to just whip out a gun and shoot another character, because obviously it's not what we're trying to do. But now we need to go pick up our first job, and I've actually never done any of these jobs before, so we're gonna find out which one is the best here. All right, so first thing we're gonna need is a car. Now luckily I do know a spot where I can get a free car, and that's at Benny's. That's in the stock. It's just gonna make it a lot easier to get around the map instead of having to rob a bunch of places. But we're gonna go ahead and buy this car for $0, and it didn't even go through. You have nowhere to store this vehicle. Okay, so never mind. I was gonna do a quickie pharma, but it said life or death situation. I don't know if I want to put myself in a life or death situation. So we might have to go to the pizza place, but I might have to order a taxi. I don't have enough cash to pay the taxi fare. I guess we're running. All right, so we're actually going to do the quickie pharma. Hopefully there's no violence while I'm delivering medical supplies at all. I did notice I did have $476 in the bank. I was hoping maybe I could, go spend that on something a little nicer, but I'm not sure how this challenge is going to go. So basically there are a couple businesses that I can't work my way up to. That's like the arcade, the nightclub. I'm just not going to be allowed to do any of the other things that would be involved with the nightclub in the basement or selling supplies or anything like that. So hopefully this challenge doesn't take too long. I did set it at 100 million was my goal. So hopefully I don't lose my mind trying to get to 100 million. Now, I'm not going to be a full-on law-abiding citizen. I'm going to blow through these red lights. But the goal here is to not sell anything, not have to deal with shooting anybody, not getting a wanted level, nothing like that. I just want to make 100 million legitimately. So I guess the first thing we're going to have to do is buy a garage once we get enough money to buy a garage. Okay, but this one I got to go all the way to the hospital and deliver it. A lot of cutscenes in this one. Like I said, I've never done any of these weird jobs before. But it does look like I'm getting paid out $5,000 every time. I hope it's $5,000 every delivery, not just $5,000 for all 5 of these deliveries. But I guess we'll see at the end of it. I think it's $5,000 per delivery. All right, so that's our second delivery done. Right there, that should be another $5,000. Yeah, so it's $5,000 per delivery. I believe there's 5 deliveries. So that's 25,000. And now I'm thinking about it, this challenge might actually be a lot harder than I'm thinking. But hopefully I can find the best paying job with the best time ratio, so I'm not sitting here playing GTA 5 while everybody's playing GTA 6. But once again, my goal is to get like the arcade, the nightclub, all the legitimate legal businesses, the salvage yard, even the car wash. I just won't be able to buy any of the drug locations. So money laundering shouldn't be a thing, I'd hope, if I don't have any of the drug spots and I buy the car wash. And then I can also buy the other 2 businesses, like the smoke on the water. All right, so this is the 3rd delivery. Another 5 Gs. That's number 4, and it looks like this 5th payment is going to be 7,500. I'm going to have to drive all the way across the map. Oh my god. And it's got a time limit on it, so luckily I'm not following the rule. If I was following the rules, this would probably take years to complete if I was following all the traffic laws and everything. I'm not sure if anybody has ever done this challenge before, or how much money they got up to. I haven't seen it on YouTube at all, but I also haven't watched a ton of GTA 5, and I just got back into playing GTA 5 recently as well. And I'm on the PlayStation 5 version. This is my first time playing on the PlayStation 5 version because my PlayStation 4 account wouldn't transfer over because it's a modded account. So I couldn't transfer it over. So I always just played on the PS4 version. I already had everything in the game, so I never really bothered touching the PS5 version. But I got pretty sick of playing Call of Duty, so I jumped back on GTA 5, and hopefully we can make this series into something. We can actually hit the goal, maybe even, I don't know if I'd go over the goal. I think by the time I get probably to 10 million, I'll be sick and tired of doing this, but we'll see if we can make it to 100 million. Like I said, I've never done any of these jobs before, so I'm hoping to do all the jobs, see which one's the best one, save up enough for a couple businesses, get some businesses going, probably just spam these jobs all day. But so far, this one's not that bad. It gives you a quick car, because I've seen the newspaper. I've seen people do the newspaper job, and that one doesn't look fun riding around on a little scooter. Even the pizza delivery, at least this one gives you a car. All right, so this should be the last drop off. This one's for 7,500, so that should put our total at like $27,500, or there's more. How many deliveries? Okay, so there's six deliveries, and then this one's 5,000. So it should make a little over 30,000. Actually, just noticed in the GTA 5 version of this, or the PlayStation 5 version of this game, the mirrors actually work on the side of the car. All right, so this should be the last drop off. This one's for 5,000. Like I said, this should be 30,000. Hopefully, I can buy a garage and get an actual car. All right, we're officially licensed.
It's official. I am now licensed.
We're on the road. We're back at it. Open up. I'm gonna see if there's any. It's gotta be a couple. It's gotta be something I can buy. Just a garage, probably. Okay, so I actually got hit with a free sale. This one's for free, so I'm purchasing a free property, and then we can purchase the free elegy on top of that. And then I actually have means of transportation. I could realistically just steal a car every time, because I'm already running red lights and everything, but let's buy a car. I'm gonna need a car anyway. All right, we officially have our first car. I think the next one I'm gonna go try to do is the newspaper or the taxi job. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this money in the bank right away. I guess you could say this should be $100,476, since I did start out with 476, but hopefully you guys don't tax me on that. All right. All right, so the ultimate goal here, I think the smart thing to do would be to first try to invest in a nightclub, because I know the nightclub holds the most amount of money as far as just passive money comes, but I'm not sure which one. I mean, they're all pretty expensive, so they're all in the millions. I'm gonna try to find the cheapest one. That's the one we're gonna shoot for. I think it's this one. So I think this one's 1 million. So if I get to 1 million, if I can get to 1 million, the hardest part is going to be watch that 1 million just go down the drain once I spend it on the nightclub, until I get the nightclub bumping. But I'm gonna try the taxi work for now, kind of find out which one I like, and then I'm just gonna sit here and grind it. Like I said, I'm gonna be live doing this probably every single day, so Twitch will be down in the description down below, and I will always be live on YouTube as well. We're gonna go ahead and pick up our first customer and see how much this one pays, because the other one paid, I mean, that didn't take long, and I made like $30,000 from that. So hopefully quickly and safely. So I'm gonna hope not to crash into anything. It looks like this way you can just do for as long as you want, and then you can quit doing it. So we'll see how much this first one pays, and then I might just go back to the quickie farm. The quickie farmer one actually looked pretty good. So, but this one, I'm guessing you don't have to go back and forth between having to go all the way back to the place. I mean, this one's only a mile. She's gonna be tipped 2,500. So this one, 2,500 every time. But then I don't have to drive back to the place. I can just stay in the taxi for as long as I want. Just keep making money. So I think the goal for this episode is just gonna be to get to my first 100,000, which is only about 70,000 more dollars. But the goal is gonna be to hit my first 100,000. And then obviously, like I said, I'll be live doing this, but I'll keep you guys up to date. I'm hoping to make some more of these episodes as well. So hopefully we can keep the episodes rolling. And then you gotta wait for dispatch. Damn. Alright, so I wasn't a huge fan of the taxi work. I just did 3 drop-offs and I didn't even make $10,000. So I think we're gonna go back. We're either gonna go back to the Quickie Farmer, or I'm gonna try to do some bank work, or I think you can even work as a fireman. I think for the sake of trying to get to 100,000 in this video, I'm just gonna go do the farmer work again, because that one was pretty easy. They gave you a fast car and everything, so I'm gonna go back to doing that, try to make my first 100,000, and then go from there. And this way you also don't have to drive safe. For the taxi, you have to drive safe, otherwise you lost a bunch of your tips. This one you can just fly through the city as fast as you want. The only sucky thing is that it seems to send you up to Sandy Shores during your last 2 deliveries. But it is what it is. Like I said, that's going to be the worst part about this, is having to drive back down to the city every single time to restart it. I was going to grind this one, but it looks like it's the same drop-off points every single time. So I don't know. I might get a little tedious doing all these. Trying to grind this as much as I can and having to go to the same drop-off points every single time. Well, obviously, it's going to be pretty boring right now. Once I get the businesses rolling, which hopefully comes pretty soon. Hopefully, I can make some more money doing that, because this might get a little tedious doing the same drop-off locations every single time. Now, one thing I do know is that sometimes these type of missions have like special bonuses throughout the weeks. Now, I am filming this on a Sunday, so I don't believe there's no bonuses this week for it, and the bonuses come out on Thursday. But I know like a while back, the car wash had like a 5 times money and 5 times rep. So I'm going to look out for Thursday's update to see if there's anything like that with these legal businesses. But other than that, there's no quicker way I can really think of doing this. I'm just going to have to grind it out. Let me know down in the comments if you guys have ever done these missions. I don't know. I've literally, these missions have probably been in the game for a few years, and I have never even thought about doing them at all. I'm also a guy that came from posting money glitches on YouTube, so I never really needed the money or cared, you know, anything past 2020 about GTA 5, because I already had all the money in the game. So I never really had to stress over any of this. But this definitely puts me back at square one. Makes me glad that I kind of experienced GTA 5 before I was broke. I was never broke in GTA 5 online, because I just spammed money glitches. At least the last one was a brand new location, so I guess it's not the same locations over and over again. There's probably only a few medical centers in GTA anyway, so it's not really like you can go to a different bunch of locations, but at least it's not the same thing over and over again. I am pretty glad about that. We are getting a couple of these 7,500, and this one's actually going to take us back to the city. I'm just hoping that the 6th one isn't going to bring us all the way back out here, because that might get a little annoying. All right, we got one more delivery. This one's pretty close. So this one should put us at $35,000 for these deliveries, and that should put us pretty close to around $80,000, $90,000. All right, last one finally delivered, and that should be $35,000. And just like that, we are sitting around close to $80,000 here. But I think that's going to wrap it up for the first episode. Like I said, I am going to be live streaming my entire journey from 0 to 100 million. So make sure you guys hit that subscribe button, turn on those post notifications. I hope to drop one of these videos every day, or every other day at least. But hopefully you guys join me along for this journey. And with all out of the way, thank you guys so much for watching episode 1. And we'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.